Welcome back, y'all. Long time no see. How do you feel about AI? With its growing popularity in music, a lot of people have gotten the idea of they either need to get with the program or get rolled over.
You know, I think it's better to get behind it and understand how it's functioning than be left behind.
No, for
You
sure.
know?
I like to choose that secret third option of destroying it before it takes over everything. In my personal opinion, I don't believe that the use of generative AI specifically is good for art in the long run, and that's for many reasons. And I'll tell you why. I am the foremost authority on this. I am the moral police. Everything I say in this video is a fact. And we're gonna go down a scale of people. God damn, they outside again. Anyway, I've made a chart. Respectable AI use. I also have examples. We're gonna go from a relatively innocent case all the way through to probably the most egregious case that there ever will be. First one up is Beans. For those of you somehow unaware, this is a Philly legend, used to be signed to The Rock, has one of the best filmographies of any other musician, hands down. After a very unfortunate incident, he can no longer produce that power that he used to. I imagine breath control is also an issue, and on top of all of that, he also damaged his vocal cords.
Did you lose a lung in that shooting?
Collapsed, tore up, it bust through my jaw. My vocals came from when I was in a coma. When I first woke up out the coma, I didn't know where I was at, and I pulled the breathing tube out. It caused me, so it tore up shit in my throat.
So in an effort to regain his ability to express himself and also make money, he has decided to use artificial intelligence to replicate his own voice.
So I was talking to somebody and they told me how you program the AI, you run the vocals through there. So y'all want that old, what they say, the old beans? Because the pen's still there. It's just the voice. So y'all want that? So I'm gonna use AI on myself.
I can 100% see the reason why he's doing this. So let's see where he's at on the chart. Are you using AI? Yes. Is it generative? Yes. Are you training it? Because technically he is the one training it. I'm gonna have to add another line here, huh? Next person, Will Smith. So Will Smith got caught, quote unquote, enhancing his crowds. Now, when you hear that, your first thought is probably he's using it to enhance the size of his crowds, but that is not the case. Instead, he was using it to edit the signs of the people who were in the crowd. Here's some context. In a video that he released on his YouTube channel titled, "My favorite part of tour is seeing you all up close. Thank you for seeing me too." Very heartfelt message. Then we start to watch the video.
They tried to bleed Will Smith in the rear view. I see adversity was the gift. Don't you give up.
Okay, so this sign reads, "Now this is a story all about how you changed my son's life. Can he come on stage, please?" Yeah, that's not even how people make posters, big dog. I don't know what you were thinking there. I don't know who you thought you was fooling. This, like, it's folded up like he snuck it in. I want to know, is this crowd for him to see Will Smith in 2025? The rapper Will Smith. I'm not buying it. Seeing a lot of Fresh Prince stuff here. Who the fuck is this nigga down here? Now, okay, now I need to look at the people around. Most people around here look pretty normal. God damn. It would be very rude of me to make a comment if this is actually her neck, but she, boy, what the fuck? Okay, you can't even read this fucking sign. What does that say? Half of them don't even have faces. This nigga turned the wrong way. This sign right here is probably the worst because it implies that this song that he's trying to promote helped them survive cancer. And if that's a real story, cool. But if it's not, that is gross because you're making up a fake story about cancer. And that's kind of the larger issue with AI, is that there's always this deceptive nature to it. Are you using AI? Yes. Is it generative? Yes. Are you lying? Yes. Straight to the dumpster. Next up is the youngest on the list, Baby Chief Do It. Baby Chief Do It, recently admitted to trying out AI and having it write a song for him.
ChatGPT probably wrote that for you.
Yeah, bullshit. I just downloaded that 2 days ago. I didn't know that shit worked so well. I've been using that shit to write my lyrics, real shit.
How do you use it to write your lyrics? Like you type in what you wanted to say?
That shit, it wrote some shit. Now, I ain't use it, exactly how it was written, but it was some, some shit that I could pull out of.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was cool.
So how does it work? Do you give it writing credits then?
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
You have definitely removed you from any bar-based competition after this interview because now you have sowed doubt into everyone's mind. I myself am a firm believer in the fact that you have to write your own raps if you want to be number one. You can be a good rapper, you can be someone's favorite, but you cannot say I'm the best if you are not writing your own lyrics. That's just my opinion. And the thing is like the lyrics in his music is not that complex to where you would need to use AI. Now with him, I'm kind of impartial because he's young. He doesn't really know. This interviewer should definitely know better than this.
It's going to change a lot, but to your point, it's better to get behind it and understand how it's functioning than be left behind.
No.
And I think the people who adapt are the ones who go far. So
what you're going to be progressing is artificial intelligence. You're not going to be progressing hip hop. You're not progressing the art. You're progressing the replacement of actual artists with artificial intelligence. And who do you think is going first? Let's go to the chart. Yes. Are you training it? No. Are you lying? No. Are you using it to write lyrics? Yes. I don't even have a spot for you to go. You just get written off. Literally. Drake. So Drake and OVO held a contest to make a music video, P&D's and Drake's song, Somebody Loves Me.
Everybody who loves directing, everybody who loves to come up with treatments and shit, 30 seconds to a minute of an idea of what y'all got. If you don't know what a treatment is, then it's not your role. A treatment is like an idea of a music video. Submit your treatments to this email. If you win, deadline is May 24th. Clap it up for that, chat. That shit is insane, bro. So it's somebody loves me.
Submit a treatment video inspired by any 30 seconds to 1 minute timestamp from the song. 20 people will be given $15,000 to bring their concept to life. So let's take a look at the finalists. There's two in particular that stand out among the rest, and those are the ones that are very obviously done with AI or at least enhanced with AI. And I'm trying to wrap my head around why you would choose these videos to be finalists and potentially win money and gain connections also if they didn't actually create the video with their own skills. The amount of genuine Drake fans or young upcoming videographers that were hoping to get a chance lost to AI generated slop. Look at this. First of all, this person didn't direct anything. What's the direction for the video? Who is this supposed to be? Direction is also an art form. Everything in frame has a reason to be there. Tell me the reason for these things being in frame. You can't even get him to have the same fade between shots. He has braids in some of this, and then the other times he just has a high fade. Overall, these things don't matter, but when you say you directed something, that's what I expect you to know. AI doesn't understand things like that. It just uses reference photos to create other photos. So this person who was in this contest probably typed in something along the lines of, hey, make a music video where Drake and Party Next Door are contemplative and speaking to a therapist, but then towards the end, they start having parties and stuff like that. It takes those parameters and says, okay, I think I know what you want. Let me see what I can do. And then it shits this out. And the main reason they look different between shots is not because this person wanted them to look different between shots. It's because it found pictures of them on the internet, probably from different angles, from different times, and more than likely photos that were not Drake and Party Next Door, but it thinks that they are, and it mashes them together to create this fucking monstrosity on the screen. The AI doesn't understand the why of art. It can only associate things together. So it knows humans have hands, but it doesn't understand the use of hands and fingers. It knows that is writing on the cup or that is a text message. If you really want to focus in on it, yeah, you can make it seem like that. But in the next scene, when the text messages are not the most important thing in the scene, they're not letters. It's just shapes. Super disrespectful to your fans and other artists. Okay, where does Drake sit on the chart? I mean, technically, he's not using the AI. At least not in this instance. We're not talking about now a year and some change ago. Damn, I am going to have to go back and 2,000 years in prison. Which leads us to our most egregious case. Legendary producer Timbaland has been a long supporter of generative AI. As a matter of fact, he was appointed strategic advisor at this company called Suno. Suno is an AI music generation platform All you have to do is type in what you want and it'll spit something back out at you. That's a very entry level way of explaining that platform. You can definitely get deeper into it, but that's not what we're talking about today. No need for an instrument, just your imagination. The origin of these beats in Suno is something that should concern everyone. So when Timbaland announced his partnership with Suno, there was a little bit of backlash because for a long time, Timbaland has been hosting these lives where he has been listening to people's music. They've been sending him beats, and all they wanted to know was Timbaland training Suno off of the beats that they sent them?
They came on the show, and that was the _1 question I seen. They was like, yo, are you training AI off of our music?
Okay.
So can you address that one first?
Okay. First of all, I can't train. I don't own the company to do the training data. Now, what I do, I am a partner of Suno. Some people don't like Suno, and some people do.
And when Timbaland was confronted with this idea, he tried to deny it at first, said he didn't have the ability to train the AI, only for him to contradict himself moments later.
Some people don't like Suno, and some people do. I use Suno for a tool. So as I was with them building on this tool, there are a lot of, as you build, I uploaded all my beats. How I use it as a producer tool, like a sound. Okay, if I say, yo, I call it Baby Timbo. So if I say Baby Timbo, I need my 808 to hit a little harder. I ain't make it hit harder. The one that, like, now remind you, I'm giving it original Timbo beats. So it's not like I'm using it to generate how, I call that the karaoke side, right? I call that like, mom and whatever. But I give it all my, cause Guru, I got drives and drives of music. That's number one. So I give it my beats that's like, I can reimagine my beats. But in order to reimagine, you have to learn how to prompt. And I'm like, yo, this text to music is gonna be a new wave.
I'm very glad this man is here because he's asking all the right questions and saying all the right things. He's not saying you cannot use this as a tool between you and your own. That's perfectly fine. We're asking a very specific question here. Are you using people's beats to train this machine? And do you understand it's not really creating something brand new?
What we're trying to do is make sure that the human emotion is still in it. To make sure that we still get to represent who we are from learning and being older. Like a Jay-Z at whatever, 28 years old or 27 on a Reasonable Doubt is different than a Jay-Z on a 444. But if I would have left it up to AI and y'all only had Reasonable Doubt, you would have never got to 444. That's the point.
I think we're leaving out the taste factor.
Exactly. And also, I mean, to be honest with you, man, it's like
it's only taking pieces from different things to create another thing. It's not creating something new. So what he's saying is if you fed Suno Reasonable Doubt, it would only come up with something similar to Reasonable Doubt. It would not spit out the Jay-Z we have now because it can't progress like that. It can only progress like that if you feed it what current Jay-Z is doing. Then the unthinkable happened. What do you know? Timbaland was caught red-handed using another producer's beat as the blueprint for his own.
I want you to listen to not only this beat, but I want you to listen for his producer tag. You'll hear it in a second. Listen to this for a second. You heard that? Pay attention to that. This is a beat that says in the title, Timbaland makes a beat with Suno AI. Now, this video was posted some months ago. Listen to this beat for me and you let me know what you hear.
Hey, look, y'all. Look what Baby Timbo did. Clap for him. He did such a great job making a brand new beat. That producer also did an interview with Curtis because of course he did. Curtis does an interview with everybody. Shout out to him.
If he listening, guess who called for that beat? Ghostface Killer. Because of that post. Yeah. And so I'm trying to call him today and say, yo, man, you need to send that beat to Ghostface.
So if he made this and posted it months ago, and now he's saying, well, Ghostface called for that beat, how would you know who to tell Ghost to contact if you didn't know who the beat came from?
He said he reached out to you about a possible placement that was going to happen because of him taking your music without permission. Like, what are we talking about? That has to do with a Ghostface Killer. Is that something that you were aware of?
No, you could have told Ghostface who made the beat. And ironically, Ghostface has my number.
The lawsuit against Suno is in full swing because very obviously this is a huge breach of copyright. The verbiage surrounding this case should concern you. Once again, I want everyone to know generative AI cannot exist without training off of actual pieces of work. It is not evolving. Stop saying that dumb ass shit. Upon information and belief and consistent with the basic facts of how generative AI works, the content Suno used to train its AI model includes reams of copyrighted recordings that Suno reproduced without permission from plaintiffs. Suno could not have built a model capable of producing audio so similar to the copyrighted recordings without the initial act of copying those recordings. This explains why one of Suno's investors has publicly recognized that Suno's service is likely to spawn litigation and that defending lawsuits from the music label is the risk we have to underwrite when we invest in the company. What they just said was, I'm okay with throwing other artists underneath the bus as long as my investment works out. Please support your favorite artists, buy physical media, and as a matter of fact, I am giving away $50 gift card to Turntable Lab. There was some confusion. Some of y'all thought I was giving away a whole turntable. I ain't got money like that. That's crazy. I appreciate you for thinking I got it like that, but nah. Get you some vinyls. All you got to do is comment on this video, and I'll do a random drawing from that. Timbaland apologized. That's all optics to me. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knew what he was doing. This is the same person trying to push an AI-generated artist. This is the same person that when he thought he had the upper hand, he made a diss to all the producers saying your music isn't mixed.
Crying about AI taking your spot, but your songs barely mix. Why would we train it on that?
Man, y'all scared of AI, but record every hook in Melodyne.
Auto-tune is AI, baby.
When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Art is one of the best things about being human. It connects people, it inspires, it gives some people a reason to be, to exist. And it doesn't have to be polished. It doesn't have to come from expertise. You can make anything. You can make it at any level. It can still be valid. A huge aspect that Timbaland and people like him downplay is the emotional connection that people have to the art and its creators. I love music, and when I relate to somebody in the music because of a certain line, or I hear something and I go, man, I wonder what made them put that there, and they have a story for it, oh man, elating. But with AI, who am I supposed to connect with? And if I hear niggas talking about being a prompt operator again, like it's hard,
I'm fucking beating their ass.
Are we talking about writing a fucking coherent sentence? What are we doing? What are we talking about?